Are you struggling? Are you in pain? Good. You're on the right path. Pain is the only thing that forges strength. Struggle is the only thing that elevates you. Embrace it. Smile at the pain. Because pain is not here to break you, it's here to build you. It's the gatekeeper to your destiny, asking you one simple question. Do you really want to achieve your goals, or are you just talking? I didn't know when success would come, or if it even would, but there was one thing I knew for sure. I wasn't going to stop. But the gift of hardship is that it doesn't define you, it reveals you. You get to see who you truly are in the face of adversity. And every day, you have the choice to define your own path. I don't quit. I may not get it right the first time, but I'll come back. I'll get my head back in the game. I'll figure it out. And no, quitting is never an option. If I fail, I don't stop. I learn. I grow. Some people may ask, why push so hard? What's the point of always growing? Because growth is the opposite of decay. It's the opposite of closing off, of staying stuck. To grow is to open up. To grow is to bring light into the dark corners of your potential. Remember, the work comes before the belief. Don't wait for others to believe in you. Don't even wait to believe in yourself. Start the work, and belief will follow. Get to work. Chase your dreams, no matter how big they are. Don't listen to the critics. Don't listen to the noise. If you have a goal, you can make it happen. Hard work and dedication move mountains. Things that seem impossible become possible when you truly believe in them and put in the effort. Winning isn't for the faint of heart. Winning is for the obsessed. You have to be obsessed with the journey. You have to be obsessed with the goal, with the outcome, with the experiences, even the rejections. Because without obsession, you can't push through the hard days. The bottom line is simple. You must do the work. You do it when you don't feel like it. You do it when you're tired. You do it when you're hurt. You do it when you're sick. You do it when everything else feels easier. And you do it for years. Every day you wake up, you're one step closer to your end. So what are you going to do with the time you have left? Life is filled with reasons to resent it. Everyone you know will leave this world eventually. Pain is inevitable. But the moment you choose to complain, you only make things worse. So instead, accept it. Life is suffering, yes, but that's not the end of the story. Put yourself together. Find the strength to face your flaws and imperfections. Don't just hide them. Take responsibility. Look at the things you can improve, even in your current condition. And as you improve, your eyes will open wider to the possibilities around you. You'll start to shine in ways you never thought possible. If you want a meaningful life, understand this. Everything you do matters. Every action, every choice, every step forward counts. You must carry this with you, because a meaningful life doesn't come from avoiding hardship. It comes from embracing it and learning from it. So rise, even when it's hard, because that's when the real growth happens. And when you look back on these hard times, you'll realize they were the stepping stones that got you to where you were meant to be. The pain, the struggle, it all leads to the breakthrough. You're not just building something for today, you're building the person you need to become. Keep going, keep pushing. Your future is waiting. Do you want to live a life free from meaning and responsibility? It's easy, right? Just wander through life, chasing fleeting desires without a care in the world. But where does that get you? Stuck in a cycle of emptiness, with no direction, no purpose. Is that really what you want? Or do you want to rise above that, embrace the challenge, and become something greater? The path to meaning is not easy. It asks you to face life's suffering head-on, to build yourself up despite the chaos and challenges around you. But when you take on responsibility, when you rise above the noise and uncertainty, that's when true growth happens. If you can stay calm when everyone around you is losing their heads, if you can trust yourself when others doubt you, and keep your integrity intact, no matter the circumstances, you're on the path to greatness. If you can dream without letting those dreams control you, if you can embrace both victory and defeat without losing yourself, you're already more powerful than most. True resilience is not just about achieving. It's about how you handle setbacks and keep going when the odds are against you. It's about standing tall, even when the world seems to fall apart around you, knowing that you can rebuild, learn, and grow from the experience. You don't need a grand dream to live a fulfilled life. Instead, focus on short-term goals that push you forward every single day. Be passionate about the present moment and the work in front of you. The next big thing will show up when you least expect it. So keep your eyes open. Don't chase happiness, let it come to you. By focusing on helping others and doing what you can for the world around you, happiness will be a natural byproduct. True contentment isn't about seeking pleasure. It's about finding fulfillment in the everyday journey. Life is a series of chances and circumstances. You are lucky to be here, to be born with the potential to shape your path. Don't take credit for everything, but don't underestimate the power of your choices. Recognize your privilege, your biases, and work on improving yourself. This awareness brings empathy, compassion, and wisdom. And don't forget to take care of your body. Exercise, push yourself, because the body you build will carry you through a long life. Your health is your greatest asset, so nurture it. As your mind grows, so should your physical strength. Challenge your opinions and beliefs. Don't be afraid to question everything, to dig deeper, and to refine your understanding. Growth happens when you test your ideas, when you confront your biases and prejudices. Finally, don't fall for the false dichotomy between science and art. They are not opposites. They are complementary. Creativity and logic can coexist, and by embracing both, you can create something truly extraordinary. Live with purpose. Keep moving forward, stay curious, and always strive to improve. The world is yours for the taking. Step up, take charge, and make your mark. Science isn't just a body of knowledge or a belief system. It's the ongoing journey of humankind's understanding, one observation at a time. And trust me, science is awe-inspiring. The magic happens when the arts and sciences collaborate, enhancing how knowledge is shared and experienced. It's not just about accumulating facts, it's about truly connecting ideas and inspiring others to see the world differently. One of the greatest gifts we can give to the world is to be a teacher. Please, 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 if you ever have doubt about what to do, be an incredible teacher. Share your knowledge, your passion, and your wisdom. Don't ever take for granted what you've learned. Celebrate it, spread it, and inspire others with your insights. Define yourself by what you love, not by what you oppose. Too often, we define ourselves by rejecting something or hating what others love. Don't get caught in that trap. Instead, let your passion shine through. Be generous in your praise. Be vocal about what excites you, and surround yourself with what you truly admire. Be a person who uplifts others by sharing what you love. Respect everyone, especially those with less power than you. True strength is shown in how we treat the most vulnerable, not just the powerful or influential. Your character is reflected in your kindness to others, no matter their status or position. Don't rush through life. You don't need to have everything figured out right now. Life isn't a race to success, a journey of growth, self-discovery, and evolution. If you're still figuring it out, that's okay. Don't let the pressure of expectations overwhelm you. The most meaningful and successful lives are often the ones that take their time. Yes, life may seem meaningless at times, but that doesn't make it any less beautiful. We don't need a cosmic purpose to fill our lives with wonder and joy. You're here, and that's something worth celebrating. So fill your time with knowledge, with purpose, with passion, and with the love of the things that bring you joy. Embrace every part of life, and never forget, this life, no matter how brief, is an exciting adventure waiting to be fully lived. When life gets tough, choose to live in a beautiful state. High energy love, joy, gratitude, courage, those are the states that help us thrive. In contrast, suffering states like frustration, anger, or worry only drain us. But here's the secret. You have the power to shift your state. Don't let frustration or fear control your life. In the face of challenges, choose joy, choose gratitude, and embrace the beauty in every moment. Suffering doesn't have to define you. You can end it in an instant by simply changing your mindset. When stress or frustration arises, pause for just 90 seconds. Realize that most of your suffering comes from stressful thoughts. By recognizing this, you free yourself from their grip. Don't let the expectations of others or the worries of life control your energy. Instead, take charge of your thoughts and release the tension. When you stop clinging to the negative, the positive will flow naturally. So, let go of those limiting beliefs, take control of your energy, and start living the beautiful life you deserve. It's all within your reach. You can choose to live in a beautiful state every single day. The reality is, no matter how talented or disciplined you are, the chances of doing the right thing every single day are zero. It's impossible. And that's okay. Your happiness will never last as long as you attach expectations to it. So, Here's what I decided. I'm done suffering. Life is too short for that. Every day, I make the choice to live in a beautiful state. When stress starts to creep in, I catch myself and let it go. I choose to let my thoughts pass by, rather than letting them control me. The truth is, we all experience the same kinds of thoughts, worries about our businesses, our families, our future. If I were in a room with 10,000 business owners, I guarantee that 60 to 70% of them would be thinking the same things. These thoughts don't define us. It's not your mind, it's the mine. When we mistakenly identify with these thoughts, we trap ourselves in them. But when you realize that these thoughts have been around for millions of years, thoughts of fear, frustration, anger, they lose their power. You don't need to believe every thought that crosses your mind. Don't think about it. 100 years ago, if I told you that we'd be able to travel to the moon or talk to someone across the world using a tiny box, you'd call me crazy. Yet here we are. Just like those invisible waves that carry messages to our phones or TVs, your thoughts are just waves passing through you. The way you use your body, the way you carry yourself, determines what thoughts you allow in. 1 minute, you're angry, the next you're laughing, and just like that, you've changed the channel of your mind. You have that power. So, how do you live in a beautiful state? It starts with awareness. First, identify your suffering. What triggers it? Are you a worrier? A person who gets angry easily? A perfectionist? Once you know what your triggers are, make a decision. You're not going to let them grow. Don't wait for your frustration to turn into a monster. When you feel the stress rising, stop it in its tracks. See those thoughts for what they are, passing waves. Then, shift your focus to something that brings you joy, something you love, something to appreciate. Gratitude, love, and joy are your tools to destroy suffering. You can't feel both gratitude and anger at the same time. You can't feel fear and gratitude simultaneously. Life is chaotic, but that's where the magic happens. You don't have to know exactly who you are, and that's okay. We're not static beings, we're constantly evolving, shifting, and growing. We are different selves at different times. You're one person with your friends, another with your boss, and yet another when you're alone. To think that you have a consistent, stable identity is an illusion. Neuroscientists have shown us that our brains create this sense of stability to help us make sense of the chaos. But true growth happens when you accept that chaos and stop trying to be someone you're not. Yes, we all have a dark side, a side that desires, that gets frustrated, that experiences anger and aggression. But owning this side, embracing it, and not trying to hide it is the key to true self-acceptance. It's not about being perfect. It's about understanding the fullness of who you are, accepting all the parts of yourself, and choosing to move forward with compassion and courage. Your life, your beautiful life, is what you make of it. So, stop letting the chaos control you. Choose to live with purpose, to live with joy, and to keep evolving every single day. You are not just surviving, you are thriving, and you have the power to choose that every single day. We all have a shadow side, those parts of ourselves we tend to hide, reject, or repress. We all carry anger, frustration, and doubts. But embracing these sides, acknowledging them, is key to authentic living. You see, it's not about pretending to be perfect. It's about accepting the messy parts of who we are and still choosing to move forward. When you embrace your whole self, including the things you don't like, that's when you can truly be free. To ground yourself in reality, you first need to ground yourself in yourself. In this world of constant external noise, it's easy to lose touch with who you really are. Social media, opinions, expectations, all of these pull you away from your true self. And when you lose touch with your own desires, your own impulses, you become alienated, and that leads to anxiety and depression. Know yourself, the unique, one-of-a-kind person you are. You have different tastes, different ideas, and a perspective that no one else can replicate. That's your power. If you're constantly plugged into everyone else's opinions, what you see in the mirror is not your reflection, it's the reflection of others' voices. You become a collection of their thoughts, beliefs, and expectations. Don't let others define who you are. When you lose touch with yourself, that's when you start searching for distractions, stimulants, or unhealthy coping mechanisms. It's time to stop running from who you are. You are enough, and the first step to healing is knowing this. Here's the reality. You were born different, and that's your gift. Your brain is wired uniquely. and your DNA is 1 in a billion, but you are also mortal. You have to fend for yourself in this world. No one is going to hand you your dreams. You have to take action. This is the foundation of reality. Acknowledge it, accept it, and stand tall on that ground. So many people today are living in a fantasy world, constantly escaping into social media or distractions, avoiding the discomfort of facing their true selves. But this avoidance comes at a high price, the price of your peace. The key to transformation is action. I remember a time when I had nothing living on government assistance, struggling to make ends meet. But in that moment of desperation, I made a decision that changed everything. I will never be this broke or broken again. I was determined to find people who had what I wanted, who lived the life I dreamed of, and I became their student. I woke up every day, humble, committed to taking small, consistent actions. Conviction and convenience don't go hand in hand. If you're passionate about something, be ready to step out of your comfort zone. Sign up for the inconvenience. That's where growth happens. Break down your big dreams into micro wins and celebrate each small victory on your way to the bigger goal. You don't have to do it all at once. Just keep going, keep winning small, and eventually the big wins will follow. Start by liking yourself. Before you check in with anyone else, ask yourself, am I proud of me today? It's not about seeking validation from others. It's about loving yourself first. This is the foundation of radical success: taking action consistently, showing up for yourself, and building a life that aligns with your values and passions. The difference between the people you admire, those living their dreams, and you, is simply the amount of action they've taken. It's not about where they come from, who their family is, or any other external factor. It's about how much they've been willing to push through, how much effort they've put in, how much they've risked. Most people don't reach their dreams because they are too attached to who they've been. They're trying to drag everyone else along, rescuing others instead of rescuing themselves. You have to save yourself first. The only way to be valuable to those around you is to take the time to learn, grow, and condition yourself. Once you do that, you can go back and help lift others up. Cognitive dissonance is the discomfort you feel when who you are doesn't align with what you're doing. Your mind will push you to take action to align your behavior with your identity. That discomfort is actually your signal to move forward, to step up. Remember, there's a calling on your life and it's uniquely yours. No one else has the same purpose, the same mission. You're not sentenced to live the way you are right now. You chose it. If you wake up each day and say, I have nothing to protect, I have nothing to prove, I have nothing to defend, then who do I choose to be today? That's when the magic happens. Fear is often a belief that something negative will happen rather than trusting in the positive. We often find ourselves believing in failure before we even give success a chance. But here's the truth. There is no such thing as failure. Just learning, eliminate the penalty for failure, and you remove the fear. Once you do that, you unlock the power to believe in yourself even more. Attack your fear head on, break it down, and watch how your world shifts. Fearlessness is about jumping without thinking, but courage is about acknowledging fear, facing it, and deciding that despite the consequences, you're going to keep moving forward. Courage is choosing to act in spite of fear. Every time you choose to keep going despite fear, you make a declaration that you're in control. Sometimes, we don't realize the power within us until we really start pushing ourselves, until we're obsessed with the process, obsessed with becoming better every single day. It's not always going to be fun, but that's how you know you're on the right path. The discomfort is a sign that you're growing. Embrace the discomfort, because that's when real transformation happens. The voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough or you can't do it is always there, but it doesn't define you. You can't argue with the voices, but you can choose to focus on your desires instead of your fears. Instead of battling the negative, focus on the desire to grow, the desire to create, and the desire to be your best self. That's where your energy needs to go. You need to make decisions based on what will move you closer to fulfilling your potential, not based on ego, not on emotions, not on greed, but on what truly aligns with your purpose. You are not meant to play small. Life is a journey, and it's all about making the most out of every moment, whether it's a win or a loss. Do your best, and if you fail, don't beat yourself up. Learn from it and keep going. There's no shame in doing your best and falling short. It's just part of the process. When you ask yourself, how do I make this happen? You're operating from a place of fear. Instead, shift the mindset. It's already done. I've locked in my goal. I've done the work. Now, how can I show up? You've put in the work, and now it's time to be present and participate. In the process, let go of the need to control how it unfolds. Trust that you've done your part, and now it's about embracing the journey. The real battle is with your mind. We all have two voices. One that's easy, that tells you it's okay to hold back, to give less than your best. And then there's the other voice, the one telling you you're not doing enough. That's the voice that drives you forward, but it's hard to face. The truth is, that discomfort, that push to do more, to go further, is where your growth lies. Every time you face a challenge, ask yourself, what will I do with myself when I hit rock bottom? Failure is inevitable, but it's not about whether you fail, it's about how you respond. You have the fortitude to keep going when others give up, and that's what makes the difference. You keep moving forward. Matter the setbacks. You don't need to have it all figured out right now. It's about resilience, about getting back up, learning from failure, and adapting. The only question that matters is, are you willing to keep going? At times, you will feel like you're your biggest bully, criticizing yourself in ways no one else would. But the key is in your mindset. Are you your biggest encourager or your biggest discourager? Attitude is everything. If you can come back stronger every time life knocks you down, you've already won. Keep getting back up. That's the real victory. You were born with an unimaginable ability to become something greater. Embrace it. Every step, every challenge is an opportunity to step into your purpose. Live with passion, strength, and compassion, and you'll find your way. Your purpose is something you love, something that makes you feel alive, something you're willing to give all your energy to, even if it's not always easy. So, ask yourself every day, what would I do even if I were failing? That's your passion. That's your drive. When you align your passion with purpose and add in strength and compassion, you'll find that your life will naturally lead to the places you've always dreamed of. Embrace the journey, the good, the bad, and everything in between. Your future is not determined by your past. You have the power to break free from the past and create a future that's aligned with your truth. Stop focusing on the past and move forward into connection, into purpose, and into a life of meaning. Your mind is the key. Change the way you think about yourself and the world, and you will change everything. The only thing holding you back is the way you think about your own potential. It's time to believe in yourself, step into the life you've always wanted, and take action to make it real. We live in the most connected generation in human history, and while that comes with amazing opportunities, it also brings hidden challenges. We've grown up looking up to our idols, but there's a danger in that. Aspiring to achieve greatness is powerful, but aspiring to be someone you're not, that's a dangerous game. It's not possible, and it's not the path to fulfillment. The truth is, you cannot live someone else's life, and trying to do so will only keep you from your own greatness. Social media has made it easy to glorify the lives of a few, but we don't see what it took to get there. We see the shiny cars, the beautiful holidays, the luxurious lifestyles, and we want that. But we don't see the years of hustle, the sacrifices, the blood, sweat, and tears. We don't see the natural talent or passion that drives them. We just see the destination, and we want it. But most of us aren't willing to give what it takes to travel that same journey, because it's not our journey, it's theirs. So stop trying to be someone else, and start focusing on your own path. This generation has confused admiration with aspiration. We admire our idols, but trying to be them won't lead us to happiness. The only way to happiness is to embrace who you are, because you can never find your own peace until you stop comparing your life to theirs. If you want to be the next Mark Zuckerberg, you need to stop trying to be him. He didn't follow anyone's footsteps, he carved his own path, and you have to do the same. Your greatness lies in your individuality. Embrace it. Every one of our idols achieved greatness by staying true to themselves. Steve Jobs wasn't trying to be someone else. He was following his vision, his passion for design and innovation. He saw the world in ways others didn't, and that's why he changed it. True visionaries don't imitate others, they define their own path. The best version of yourself will come when you stop trying to be someone else and instead focus on unleashing your own potential. And here's the thing, failure is part of the journey, and it's something we need to start talking about more openly. The pressure to live up to the idealized lives on social media is suffocating. Everyone's posting their highlight reels, showing off yachts, cash, and a life of luxury. But that's not reality. What's more important is figuring out what you're best at and going all in on that. Stop comparing yourself to others. Compare yourself to the progress you've made. Your journey is unique, and it's not meant to mirror anyone else's. Everyone faces their own struggles. No matter how successful or rich they may appear, there's always something they're wrestling with, whether it's addiction, self-worth, or personal demons. You can never truly know what someone else is dealing with, so don't compare your insides to someone else's outsides. What matters is that you focus on your own growth, your own challenges, and your own path. The world, at the end of the day, is indifferent to us. It doesn't care about our goals, our dreams, or even our struggles. Life is a complex universe, and things don't always go the way we want. External obstacles are inevitable, but it's how we handle them that shapes our journey. Struggles with addiction, self-worth, or other people, they can make our path even harder, but you have the power to overcome them. Your resilience will determine the outcome of your journey, and your growth comes through adversity. So, don't let the external world define you. Focus on your own journey, your growth, and your impact. You have what it takes to rise above. Embrace your struggles as part of the process, because each challenge you face is preparing you for your greatness. You are meant for more, not just for yourself, but for the world. Step into that power and watch what happens when you finally embrace the journey that is uniquely yours.